The first season of the Legion Lady Fast Pitch League was designed to be a feeler season to see just how many ladies would show up. Well, the organizer says there are about 11 teams from the west and the central part of the state. So right now, they're doing pretty good. If you try to even look through this vehicle, you can see it's very difficult to do that. If you're driving around the county, you might have noticed those high-top vans that might be assisting the elderly, maybe taking them to an appointment. They also transport children. As a matter of fact, as we were driving around, we spotted one right there. But it's that department that's at the center of this investigation. At this point in time, they're just trying to watch it and figure out what exactly is going to be the game plan and moving forward. You can see a number of firefighters on the scene at this point in time. There are also some that are inside or right on the outside on this porch. I was talking to the fire chief a couple of minutes ago, and he was telling me that the floor inside this building is pretty much gone. A lot of concern that will actually lead to more flooding. You can see these wind gusts very strong, this rain very strong. Reporting. Whew. I'm Justin Hinton reporting. Sending it back to you in the studio.
Oh, good job, Sissy.
It's a family affair for the McGlyns, meeting Dad at work, but getting to this point was anything unlike this Asheville family planned. An early Saturday morning drive to the hospital came to a stop in the parking lot of Asheville Family Fitness and Physical Therapy on New Leicester Highway.
I was kind of standing up and I told Owen, I said, I'm gonna have this baby in the car. You need to call 911. So I kind of hurled myself in the back seat and laid down, and Owen called 911, and the rest is all on the tape.
You do see the baby coming out?
Yes, I can feel it.
What do you see, the head, or what do you see?
Yes, I see his head. I feel his head. Holy.
Okay. Stay calm for me. Take a deep breath. All right? We're going to tell you what to do next, all right? With each contraction,
right. So can you
place the palm of your hand against her vagina.
Oh, my God, he's out. He's in my hand.
He is?
In my hand.
Okay.
But he wasn't all the way out. Another minute passes with some silence on the other end.
Sir?
Yes. Oh, he's here. Oh.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, he's here.
Benjamin Owen McGlynn, 7 pounds, 11 ounces, 20.5 inches long. A healthy baby boy.
It was nerve-wracking, and because we both were looking at each other, just seeing we were both scared. She was definitely scared, but she handled it very well.
And through it all, somehow Mom Mindy managed to keep her priorities in line.
Take pictures.
Dad wasting no time, going right to work. One of those photos posted to Facebook. Mom asking who could detail the van. A sense of humor like none other. And a story to tell little Benji when he's a little older. In Asheville, Justin Hinton, News 13. In the city of Charleston, also known as the Holy City, the soundtrack of Sunday morning is church bells, with the occasional solo from Mike Stusnick's shovel, a reminder of the city's other nickname, the City of Disasters.
A lot of work.
After Hurricane Matthew uprooted trees and muddied streets in Harleston Village, Stusnick and his wife tackled the sidewalk together, like they've been doing for a decade.
We actually celebrated our 10th wedding anniversary, the 7th. We rode out the hurricane sitting here. We had plans for a nice night out, but everybody canceled.
Leaving the two alone for the perfect staycation, with power remaining the entire night.
At least we were thankful for that and cable, because we rode it out watching the football games yesterday.
From the remote to the rake, and a smile with each push.
We're always positive, so that's the way we live.
Just around the corner from those folks, some folks out here didn't have it quite as easy. You look down here and you can see flooded roads, that vehicle trying to make its way down here, get an idea of how deep that water is. Then down this street over here, more of the same with those trash bins that have been overturned. But despite all of this, the folks that we talked to out here say it could have been much, much worse.
Like last night when I was looking at the news, it was like 1 million people across the state have lost power, and somehow down here on the peninsula, we never did. I mean, the flights flickered a couple of times, but other than that, it was stayed on the whole time.
Back on the Stusnick's block, Sunday's delivery shows times are returning to normal, with cleanup for now nearing completion.
Just let me know when you're tired, baby. That's all.
In Charleston, Justin Hinton.
That's going to be a big pile.
News 13. I want to show you something. The Department of Public Safety has this app, which shows just how many sex offenders live where you are. Some parents say it helps to keep their kids safe, but that rep says that registries like this one have nothing to do with safety. Take a look. These are just a few of the business owners whose livelihoods have now been affected thanks to these thieves who stole what they own. Yeah, they are. Recognizing it could have been much worse. You can see the board that's covering that storefront. But if you look at the other end of that lot, you can see this building, and this is what they're going to use as a temporary office. He used words like cold and calculated, also saying that this was despicable and cowardly. We also learned that one of those attacks was planned for right here in Western North Carolina. I can't imagine what you must be going through as a parent right now to have to hear something like that for your son. How are you doing? It's a long walk for the parents of Justin Sullivan, a homegrown terrorist.
As parents, we're not happy, but as Americans, so I accept it.
Dad Rich foiling his son's plot to kill as many people as possible at a Western North Carolina concert or club in the name of ISIS.
Identifying a terrorist before an attack happens is one of the greatest challenges we face in the FBI.
Investigators wouldn't say where exactly, but did say Sullivan was radicalized in 2014 and grew more proactive the following year. His plans included using an AR-15, a silencer, a mask, and videotaping it all to send to ISIS, enlisting an undercover FBI agent's help through social media.
Sullivan then contacted the FBI undercover agent and asked him to kill his parents because he feared his plans to carry out this mass execution would be disrupted by them. Sullivan, in his planning, showed disrespect and disregard for human life.
In court, the judge also recommended a mental health treatment program. One of the things the judge was saying was that, before there might have been some issues, some psychological issues.
No, we were never aware of that at all, or we would have helped.
They did help the nation, though, preventing yet another terrorist attack. This one even closer to home.
The life sentence entered by the court today also protects the public from further crimes committed by Sullivan, and it serves, importantly, it serves as a deterrent to those who wish to harm civilians within our borders.
We also heard from Sullivan himself. He didn't show any remorse, but did say that he is not a bad person. Now, he's still facing a state murder charge for the killing of his neighbor. We're told that that case will still move forward. Investigators say he put out an ad and received several responses via text message. It's not clear if the deal was done, but what is clear, this man is now in jail.
I was like, that's happening 3 doors down from me. I mean, there's a tank in his front yard.
Michael Carlson shared several pictures snapped by a neighbor Monday when police came to Rashad Henderson's home. The Asheville man accused of kidnapping a woman, punching, strangling her, and trying to traffic her for sex. Authorities saying he put out an ad and received responses through text messages.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I didn't know it was that crazy.
Carlson has lived in the neighborhood for about a year, so he's seen all the ups and downs with Henderson.
When I first moved in, he came by and was just asking for favors here and there. Seemed friendly enough, but then, once we kind of learned of things by seeing the police come by all the time and then hearing around town what he was into, it kind of fell apart from there.
In the past year, Henderson has been arrested by APD at least 5 times, the judge taking those charges into consideration, plus the 10 times she says he failed to appear for court when she set his bond at $300,000.
Wait, did you say my bond was $300,000?
Which seemed to catch him by surprise. Neighbors are just hoping a little change can come to their neighborhood.
We live on an amazing block in an amazing neighborhood, and, everybody has a great time, and so this is the one thorn in everybody's side that it's like, man, when is this going to end?
Henderson is due back in court on April 12th, and police say the investigation is ongoing. Reporting live in Asheville, Justin Hinton, News 13.
Make him honest, boys, make him honest.
For all his success in the water.
Let's attack the ball now, attack the ball.
On the gridiron, donned in blue, Lucky Haller is nearly invisible, save for the signature stash he's kept over the years. Many of his athletes have no idea what he accomplished 24 years ago.
Keep communicating, guys.
Before many of the people on this field were even born.
I got to race in 2 Olympics in 1992 in Barcelona, Spain, and in Sydney, Australia in 2000.
The sport, whitewater canoeing. His best finish came in '92, just off the medal stand in 4th, with his partner, Jamie McEwen. That's McEwen in the front, Haller in the back.
Those moments are so special, and become part of you and make you what you are.
So much so that back on the field, the memory of McEwen flies high, represented by the flag of the 72 Games, his first trip to the Olympics.
When I see the flag flapping in the breeze and snapping in the wind, I feel like the friend that I raced in a boat with for 6 years, just 6 inches away from me, is still here, even though he's passed on. And I have that nostalgia and that emotional attachment to that particular flag from 44 years ago.
Haller doesn't compete anymore, but he still considers himself a fan of the Games.
I still get goosebumps.
Watching everything he can and passing on the lessons learned over his 20-year career to the next generation of athletes.
Sell it, boys, sell it.
Whether they're the next Olympic great or putting on pads at Asheville School for the first time.
If you can give them 1 or 2 tidbits that they can use for the rest of their lives, and they come back and they tell you that it really helped, that's gratifying.
A love that continues day in and day out.
Get to the ball! Get to the ball!
In Asheville, Justin Hinton, News 13.